Oh, pardon me. That's a hell of a way to start the video. Okay, so folks, wow, how should I put this? I believe we're at the final section now.
There must be something here.
Like, there's none of our companions are present, as you can see here. So they all must be off doing something. Final Alluvian.
The Darvarad. All right, everyone. Get ready. It's an Alluvian graveyard. Where did the Qunari get all these? How long have they been studying Alluvians? The sooner we stop this invasion plan, the better.
Holy shit. We should hurry. Here they come!
You know things didn't end well for Kirkwall the last time the Qunari got angry. I really hope we settled it fast. I've seen all the burning cities I ever want to see.
guards on patrol. If we take them out one at a time, we might avoid raising the alarm.
Yeah, how are you going to do that? This game's not exactly a stealth-based game. Yeah, that didn't. Nope, they're still alive. Door is off.
Red Lyrium. Do the Qunari have any idea what they're dealing with?
No. They might think they do, but they don't.
Well, the fact that Red Lyrium is also...
that didn't work.
Nothing.
That didn't work.
That wasn't it.
Is that an astrarium? How did the Qunari move it here?
A word of advice, stay away from the glowing pyramid.
Okay, that did some.
Nothing.
I figure we have to start over again. Yep. So it's Al Portrait of Fenrir. Yeah, it's staying lit. Good. Okay, something's happened, but I don't know what. Alright. All that's left is to fight these guys.
That's quite the door.
them all like that and we're in.
Let's go.
Sorry, what? Holy shit. That is going to my man, Blackwall. Actually, no, the healer. Dorian.
Hang in there. Someone back at the palace has to be able to help.
Morrigan said the key to an Illuvian could be anything, including knowledge or power. So they're stockpiling both. That's how they got the keystone and opened so many of the Illuvians we've seen.
So they could also have other artifacts, magical traps, or elven weapons.
Here, let me try.
Dragon's breath is an actual dragon.
Tethar! Bars!
Inquisition! Nira Tasiasara! Nirava Sadim Kata! Hisrad, we need you! Videk Katas!
Good call leaving me behind. The Vidasala asked me to lend a hand. Nothing personal. Boss.
No!
trust a Canary and see where it gets you.
He was honest with you from the start. I'll give him that much.
He's a better liar than I gave him credit for.
Bishanta Kafas.
Come on, let's move.
Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, I am tempted to find out what happens if Iron Bull is there if you romanced him.
This monster is too dangerous. We can't let the Canary keep it.
This dragon's in bad shape. Seems like kicking a wounded puppy, the giant fire-breathing kind.
We will not let you cut down the Atashi.
It's stuck on something.
Hold on. How are we supposed to free the dragon? Oh, there's the quest. Alright, That's... Oh, that is very inconvenient. Oh. We need to get rid of that wagon.
Hishara!
The barriers are set. Now we just need to open the gate.
Atashi Itwa! Terasam!
Got it! It's opening.
Merama Sadim Tata! Hishara! Dear Inquisitor, you have such little time left. You must finally see the truth. Elven magic already tore the sky apart. If the agents of Fen-Harel are not stopped, you will shatter the world as well.
The Inquisition has nothing to do with these agents.
Come, Inquisitor. I am the eyes and ears of the Qunari people. Do you think you can deceive me? You would have died from the mark on your hand, but for the help of one of their chief agents. The same agent who helped seal the breach, who led you to Skyhold, who gave Corypheus the orb, then founded the Inquisition. Solus, agent of Fen-Harel.
Damn it, Chuckles. What have you done?
He used me. All along, that bastard was manipulating us.
Solus tricked us all. He pushed a dying Qunari into the Winter Palace to lure you into opposing us. Without him, we could have brought the South peace and wisdom along the gentle path. Now we must take the way of blades. Panahaden, Inquisitor. If it is any consolation, Solus will not outlive you.
Solus is the only one who can help with my mark. We find him before Vidasala does.
Okay, folks, I did some digging, and apparently I did not receive a certain quest involving Bull. There is a companion quest for Iron Bull, which I did not receive. So, yeah. It is pretty gut-wrenching for that, but I've constantly, after every major story, I've always gone back to my companions to try and talk to them. So I feel a little cheated out. But oh well. That is very frustrating.
The Vidasala can't be far.
Well, we're at the end anyway, clearly.
There, up ahead.
Going to... Everyone back! Ah!
We've got to stop this before it kills you. Assuming we find him, maybe Chuckles can help. Chuckles, who apparently works for Fen'Harel. It's always the quiet ones.
That must be where Solus is.
We're almost at goddamn full charge.
There's the big Sarabas who's always with the Vidasala. guys headed our way.
following orders.
You will not leave here, Inquisitor. Anta, Ibrata Gadi!
Wow, that deals fuck all damage. Forgot about that.
One of these blasted mirrors has to lead out of here.
What? What? No! This is what I hate about this whole dependency crap. Steam is working perfectly fine. Fuck! That is complete and utter bullshit. Alright, folks. I'm going to pause the recording and see if I can catch back up to where I was. Alright folks, we're back to where we left off.
Time to finish this.
You are dead, Inquisitor. Your soul is dust.
Supplies replenished.
your mark.
Okay, why are they showing up? Not showing up.
Ah!
Ebesit kata, etwa ost.
Maraskata!
Your forces have failed. Leave now and tell the Qunari to trouble me no further.
The fuck? No.
Soulless.
No hand gestures or nothing.
That should give us more time. I suspect you have questions.
The Qunari believe you're an agent for someone who has taken the name Fen Harel.
The Qunari reject myth and legend. If you told them of your meeting with Mythal, they would attribute it to a demon. I am no one's agent but my own. I fear that the truth is much simpler and much worse than the Qunari believe.
You're Fen Harel.
I was soulless first. Fen Harel came later. An insult I took as a badge of pride. The Dread Wolf inspired hope in my friends, and fear in my enemies. Not unlike Inquisitor, I suppose. You also know the burden of a title that all but replaces your name.
Are you a fragment of what Fen Harel once was? Like Mythal?
No. This is all I have ever been.
And the legends?
I sought to set my people free from slavery to would-be gods. I broke the chains of all who wished to join me. The false gods called me Fen Harel, and when they finally went too far, I formed the Veil and banished them forever. Thus I freed the Elven people, and in so doing, destroyed their world.
You love the Fade. Why would you create the Veil to hide it all away?
Because every alternative was worse.
Meaning?
Had I not created the Veil, the Evanurus would have destroyed the entire world.
You banished the false gods. You didn't kill them.
You met Mythal, did you not? The first of my people do not die so easily. The Evanurus are banished forever, paying the ultimate price for their misdeeds.
You said that the Elven gods went too far. What did they do that made you move against them?
They killed Mythal. Crime for which an eternity of torment is the only fitting punishment.
I thought Mythal was one of the Evanurus.
She was the best of them. She cared for her people. She protected them. She was a voice of reason. And in their lust for power, they killed her.
The Evanurus were elven mages. How did they come to be remembered as gods?
Slowly. It started with a war. War breeds fear. Fear breeds a desire for simplicity. Good and evil, right and wrong, chains of command. After the war ended, generals became respected elders, then kings, finally gods. The Evanurus.
How did creating the Veil destroy the world?
You saw the remains of Via Dathara. The library was intrinsically tied to the Fade, and the Veil destroyed it. There were countless other marvels, all dependent on the presence of the Fade, all destroyed. Your legends are half right. We were immortal. It was not the arrival of humans that caused us to begin aging. It was me. The Veil took everything from the elves. Even themselves.
That's the past. What about the future?
I lay in dark and dreaming sleep while countless wars and ages passed. I woke still weak a year before I joined you. My people fell for what I did to strike the Evanurus down. But still, some hope remains for restoration. I will save the elven people, even if it means this world must die.
Solus, whatever you want, this world dying is not the answer.
Not a good answer, no. Sometimes terrible choices are all that remain. It is my fight. You should be more concerned about the Inquisition. Your Inquisition. In stopping the Dragon's Breath, you have prevented an invasion by Qunari forces. With luck, they will return their focus to Tevinter. That should give you a few years of relative peace.
The Qunari said the Inquisition was unknowingly working for agents of Fen-Harel.
I gave no orders.
You led us to Skyhold.
Corypheus should have died unlocking my orb. When he survived, my plans were thrown into chaos. When you survived, I saw the Inquisition as the best hope this world had of stopping him. And you needed a home. Hence, Skyhold.
You gave your orb to Corypheus.
Not directly. My agents allowed the Venatori to locate it. The orb had built up magical energy while I lay unconscious for millennia. I was not powerful enough to open it. The plan was for Corypheus to unlock it, and for the resulting explosion to kill him. Then I would claim the orb. I did not foresee a Tevinter Magister having learned the secret of effective immortality.
What would have happened if Corypheus had died and you had recovered the orb?
I would have entered the Fade using the mark you now bear. Then I would have torn down the veil. As this world burned in the raw chaos, I would have restored the world of my time. The world of the elves.
If you destroyed the veil, wouldn't the false gods be freed?
I had plans.
You'd murder countless people.
Wouldn't you to save your own? You must understand. I awoke in a world where the veil had blocked most people's conscious connection to the Fade. It was like walking through a world of tranquil.
We aren't even people to you.
Not at first. You showed me that I was wrong. Again. That does not make what must come next any easier.
You never cared about us. We were the means to an end.
You were people, and you deserved better. Like all the rest I've used in one hopeless battle after another.
What's wrong with the Inquisition?
You created a powerful organization. And now it suffers the inevitable fate of such. Betrayal and corruption.
It's not that simple.
Isn't it? Perhaps we should ask your friend, the Iron Bull. Tell me, where is he? Do you know how I discovered the Qunari plot? The plot I disrupted by leading them to your doorstep? The Qunari spies in the Inquisition tripped over my spies in the Inquisition. The Elven Guard who led you to the Qunari body? Who intercepted the servant with the Gatlock barrel? Mine.
Why bother disrupting the Qunari plot if you're going to destroy the world regardless?
You have shown me that there is value in this world, Inquisitor. I take no joy in what I must do. Until that day comes, I would see those recovering from the breach free of the Qun.
Why?
Because I am not a monster. If they must die, I would rather they die in comfort. In any event, it is done.
So you let us do your dirty work?
The mistake was yours to fix, Inquisitor.
You control the Illuvians now?
Yes. You remember Briala from Halam Shiral? For a time, she controlled part of the labyrinth. One of my agents was supposed to take it from her, but he did not succeed. I had to override the magic personally. The Qunari stumbled upon this section independently. With them gone, the Illuvians are now mine.
There's still the matter of the anchor. It's getting worse.
Yes, I'm sorry. And we are almost out of time. The Mark will eventually kill you. Throwing you here gave me the chance to save you. At least for now.
You don't need to destroy this world. I'll prove it to you.
I would treasure the chance to be wrong once again, my friend. Take my hand. I'm sorry. Live well, while time remains.
Something must be done, but we cannot lose the Inquisition now. We stand on the brink of war with the Canary.
Yes, because this Solas provoked them in the first place.
The Inquisition did not cause this threat. We informed the Summit of the danger.
The danger posed by Canary spies inside your organization.
Without our organization, you would not be alive to complain.
No one has forgotten what you have done. But Corypheus is 2 years dead.
If the Inquisition is to continue, it must do so as a legitimate organization, not a glorified mercenary band.
Inquisitor.
You all know what this is. A writ from Divine Justinia authorizing the formation of the Inquisition. We pledge to close the breach, find those responsible, and restore order, with or without anyone's approval. It wasn't a formally authorized treaty that saved Ferelden's people. It wasn't careful diplomacy that ended your inane civil war. It was never about the organization. It was about people doing what was necessary. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have a world to save. Again. Effective immediately, the Inquisition is disbanded.
I'll save the world again. Is there no... Dragons got disrupted any public swift. If you knew that the great takes against them. Council remaining intact, the device of divine victory. Cassandra served for several years. While Chapman discreetly and his policies of former high lieutenants of the shared interests. Cassandra also spent time in For a time, the new secrets remained reclusive, showing no interest in worldly affairs, and working to a purpose few outside their order could guess. The end of the Inquisition has been sent shockwaves to the College of Enchanters. Madame de Frey ably played on the mage's fears. Her followers united to build a new circle, moving into the enchanted competition with the college. But the circle lacked the numbers needed for athletic connections, soon they were forced to evacuate. The two institutions settled in the London colonies. After exile, Castellina devoted herself fully to the Sunburst crown in her dream of reshaping the Chantry. I don't know why they didn't give a voiceover for this one, but oh well. Within a year, she removed restrictions around Chantry priesthood, allowing men and women of all races to be initiated and ordained. Fucking fantastic. The decree was also followed swiftly by a decision to return to the Chances around Canal Chant, a move that divided Antrostians deeply. A rebellion to renounce her and return the Chantry as former state arose, began first in her leg and spread into other parts of Thedas. Do not tell me it ends in tragedy with her. As quickly as it began, the rebellion faltered. Oh, thank God. While most worried that the rebellion collapsed due to infighting, some whispered that the Divine herself engineered its fate. The rebellion fractured into a number of separate cells, some of which limped on for several months before disappearing into obscurity. Sarah left the Inquisition with scarcely more ties than when she began, disappearing back into her confusing weave of favors and friends. After seeing the world brought to the brink of arrogance and pride, it was blessing to return to normal, however strange and normal. With frequent visits to her Whittle, of course. Is her and Sarah... Is that Harding? Perhaps most unnerving was Sarah's standing offer to the divine. When the knobs piss about with the left hand, Connor gently gave them the two fingers. Var took up the role of Viscount and with the help of his friend Hawk rebuilt Kirkwall's damaged infrastructure. I like to... Oh, you know who that is. That's Aveline. I think that's Hawk. Under his rule, the city-state finally resumed its place as a major trade hub of the villages. He continued to ignore all the mail from both Merchants Guild and the Prince of Starkhaven. It was never clear if the Iron Bull knew he would be forced to turn on upon the Inquisition, or if he was lying the entire time. Regardless, after his death, Talvarosh mercenaries across Orlais and Ferelden were looked upon with suspicion. Those who remained in the south found their lives even harder as a result. After the Inquisition disbanded, Cullen retired from active service. He returned to Ferelden, establishing a new sanctuary for former Templars on land Divine Victoria granted to him. With his help, many Templars shed their lingering addiction, and those whose minds were too far gone spent their last days in comfort. He promised that should his friends from Old Inquisition meet him, his blade would be ready. Dorian returned to the Winter to take his father's place in the Magisterium. As rumors flew about the Imperium was unifying, Dorian was spoken of often as a voice of resistance against corruption. Along with Magister Merivarius Tilani, he formed a group called Lucari to restore and redeem to Winter, a fight many thought hopeless. Those fighting the Magister Paladin's side know that he kept constant communication with Inquisitors via message crystal. Whether for vital information or for moral support, these talks seem to give Dorian the strength to continue his fight. Tom Rainer was shown mercy when certain some of the redemption disappeared so much that he needed a shield. Free from his obligations to the missionary to giving hope to the condemned and the forgotten. showing faith in those who had none, Rainier lifted them up and made them into something better than they were. With the Inquisition disbanded, Josephine made her farewells and returned to Antivia with her family. She was soon approached by an agent from the House of Repose, whose assassin had been killed by Inquisition agents on Josephine's behalf. Far from being offended, the House of Repose was inquiring of whether Josephine might have need of their services. She quickly persuaded them she had no need for assassins, but still hired them as guards for the Montellier's new trading vessels. Ravini pirates looking to rekindle an ancient feud soon learned that the Montelier ships were not lightly boarded, and her house prospered greatly. The Inquisitor found himself warmly received by Josephine's family, and the House Montelier soon became a second home. A place where the Inquisitor could at least find a peace until Josephine happily by his side. Cole took to the road with Mardine to find a new life and a new way to be human. I'm happy for them. Wherever Mardine went, the same people found all pains eased and hearts made happier, even if they didn't understand why. After the events of the Winter Past, elves left the Inquisition under mysterious circumstances, but the elven servants across Talos. No one could say where they went, but those who believed in the Inquisition saw no further just how large the Dreadful's forces were. And what ancient elven rebel now planned.
My agents have found nothing. With the Illuvians, he could be anywhere.
With the Inquisition officially disbanded, we have no army, no formal alliances.
We have what we truly need.
We will need to be careful.
Solus knows everything about us. Who we are, how we work, our strengths and weaknesses.
Then we find people he doesn't know. We will save our friend from himself. If we can.
And that's the cue. Dragon Age Dread. What is going to be called? Dragon Age Dreadwolf. Considering the ending, it's clear that they always intended for you to make a new character. Oh, alright. I need to now take a long break from recording and start uploading. Oh my god. Very good DLC. It's very much in the same way Mass Effect had that one DLC where you have to blow up a mass relay. Otherwise, the Reapers would have arrived early. Oh my god. Again, folks, Dragon Age Inquisition, very good. There were some quests that I felt were a little bad, that I didn't feel significant.
What is this? A new book? All this shit is weird. Oh, Varric, that is a terrible title. What are you even thinking?
Oh, wow. I want to... Okay, folks, we're definitely going to sit through this, because I'm curious about what type of other dialects
The sky churned like a rolling sea on a dark and stormy night, centered on a gaping hole that led to the arse end of nowhere. A hole that spit up many things that day, comets, demons, and a whole lot of trouble. It's about the Inquisition. The din of the tavern cut the silence like it owed the carter money. In the middle, in her element, Red Jenny. She looked me up and down, mostly down. Not playing, weirdy, she said, gesturing with and dismissively eating a sandwich. Don't write that. Seriously, piss up a robe. Sarah made the subtext text, which suited me fine. Court enchanter swirled into the room like a drop of beautiful poison spreading in a wineglass. She sized me up with a glance.
I'm so glad you made it, my dear, she said. I am Madame de Fair, the most terrifying person you shall ever meet.
Enfolded Alphonse in an embrace as warm as a serpent's kiss. I always knew I could count on your support. The Count did not feel the bite of her poisoned dart until it was too late. Even if it requires your death. Drops of rain glistened on the griffin medallion grasped tightly in Blackwall's hand. The silver-eyed wings of valor, they mean nothing. He flung the medal to the cold and uncaring ground. You don't know what I've done. You don't know me. So romantic. Cole moved like a shadow that also moved like a knife. A shadow wearing a hat where dreams came to die. It's a riddle, he whispered. A cold riddle that gnaws at your mind, but you'll feel better when it's gone. That makes as much sense as anything Cole says. Place your herald above the law, ambassador. Whose law, my lady? Josephine's eyes glittered like angry opals. The law destroyed by rebellion, by civil war, by poor fiscal management. We are the law. Left our mark on adamant, but the dust hadn't settled, and neither had Harding. I can offer you a drink, if I catch your meaning.
If you'd caught my meaning, you'd have offered a double.
What is even happening here? Iron Bull was a great slab of muscle with horns that could hang a tapestry. One eye scanned for threats, while the other hid behind an eye patch like a chantry's sister's old sins. "Come on," he barked, not looking back as he entered. "The dancer with the great rack comes on in 5. That is spot on, actually. The commander had the look of a Templar who had seen the worst of humanity, yet still had the time to style his hair. "This isn't just a war," he said, his gaze steely like a dull blade. "It's the only war." "Cullen! That's Cullen!" The mage wore a class of handsome sneer cultivated by 1,000 years of Tevinter elitism. "The name's Dorian," he glared. D-O-R-I-A-N. Spell it right, you marble-headed lump, or it's toad time. A toad? That's hardly credible. The bold elf spun, mage staff crackling like the city after a good man's murder. "You're crazy!" the Red Templar cried in terror. Moonlight glinted off ears like the knives you never see coming. Better to fade out than burn away. Ugh, Varric. Wait, where am I? I don't... Oh, here it is. The Seeker clutched at my vest, her tears as desperate as they were pitiful. "Varric, I was wrong about everything," she sobbed. "Could you find it in your noble heart to forgive me?" "That dwarf, he put me in the book! I'm in the book! I am reading the shit out of this!"
For all of you who've played Dragon Age Inquisition, we laughed, cried, reached out on social media, who made fan art, comments, jokes. Thank you. Dragon Age Inquisition was a labor of love. Without you, oh my god, that is how you finish a god. Oh, that is how you finish a goddamn credits. You thank the players. Oh, that is beautiful. That is a beautiful thing. Oh my god, well done, BioWare. And with that, folks, we are done. It's wow. Now, folks, I don't know when this is going to be uploaded. I don't know how long it's going to be until the next my Dragon Age Veilguard is. I will say is at the time of this recording is the 21st of June. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it's the 21st of June. I am going to be going through, from this point on, from this moment I finished Dragon Age Inquisition, and I've also finished Assassin's Creed Origins. I am going to be uploading my next few days. I'm going to focus on uploading all that stuff. Everything's getting uploaded. And then once it is uploaded, I will then begin, obviously, recording maybe some Dragon Age Veilguard or Assassin's Creed Odyssey. But from the time of this recording, my plan is for this video for there to be about a 2-week period in between this video and when I start uploading Dragon Age Veilguard. So if you're watching this before the events, before the time I've uploaded Dragon Age Veilguard, then you should be able to time it for within 2 weeks. Veilguard will still be on my Wednesday docket, whereas Assassin's Creed will be on my Thursday docket. In either case, I'm the Celtic Nerd signing out. One name, one sky.